25 in the senior girls 3,000 metres final. And Abby Carver from New Plymouth, the one showing out in front.
Kia ora and welcome everyone back to the coverage of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Track and Field Champs here, where we have the 3,000 metres. We're into the first lap of the senior girls final. They're all in. No heats with this one, no prelims. We're straight in with a 3,000 metre final. And here we go. We've got a good, strong contingent of women lined up in this, as you can see, getting out to a nice, strong start as well. So I'll read through this list. It's a fairly long one, so hold on to your horses. Here we go. Abby Carver, Jessica Hughes, Penelope Salmon, Stephanie Walker, Sadie Weish, Amelia Lythe, Chloe Brown, Erin McKevitt, Saskia Knox, Anai Todd, Ella McDonald, Caitlin Bassett, Amelia Green, Sequoia Prentice, Jade Bellathorpe, Isabella Richardson, Hazel Cork, Tara Saki, Jemima Antoniazzi, Pugh Olivia, Emily Waters, Holly Harding, Bella Brown, Hannah Gapes, and Neve Mulai. So what a field we've got, as you can see, almost running three wide. We've gone straight into a final, which allows these ladies to focus on the other events that they've got this weekend. So I'm sure they won't be complaining about this. 25 women on the track, and there we've got the second, the chasing pack, who are all hunting after Abby Carver, who's got off to a nice strong start. She's decided, I'm going to lay it down these 7.5 laps and run nice and strong. So coming through in 2:48. So yeah, that's about 10:30 pace. So it's not electric pace, and I'm actually surprised this pack behind have let her have this lead. I'm sure they'll be keeping an eye on it, just make sure it doesn't grow too much.
I definitely think one of the things to consider as well, the Hayden, is that it's actually very, very windy. I've just been out on a little bit of a run myself, probably didn't make the full 3Ks, but it's surprisingly windy, especially on that back straight. It's actually quite a large crosswind, which I think a lot of these girls will really be feeling. And it's a little bit unexpected. I didn't know then when I was out going for my little jog before. It was a little bit unexpected. But
it's kind of gusty, isn't it? Like you have sort of still moments, then it cranks back up again.
As soon as you're out of that wind as well, it is an absolute scorcher.
And talking about cranking up, was that Isabella Richardson just closing the gap up. So now we have everyone together and getting a bit more strung out. So just an injection of the pace there to pull back Abby Carver into the pack. And we've got a long train of girls running around this track in the Tauranga evening sunshine. So Neve Mulai up the front there, along with Hannah Gapes.
Now we're assuming that quite a lot of these girls may also be doing the road race Sunday as well.
Yeah,
quite a common double.
Sunday morning, for sure. So
it'd be great for these girls to actually have a straight final, so they can actually rest tomorrow, really recover before they get out on the road race. So early Sunday morning, I believe.
Yeah, so 8 a.m. To I think 10 p.m. The 10 a.m.
That's a very long road race.
It's an ultra
marathon.
So Penelope Salmon of Barradine coming up to the front of the race there, with Neve Mulai just tucked in on her shoulder, and also Hannah Gapes on her shoulder. So it's packed at the front, but definitely stringing out behind. So the road races, they will be run over in Otomotai down near the coast there. We won't be able to give coverage of those races, unfortunately. We're on deck, I think 9 a.m. we start on Sunday, so there'll be multiple events going on.
Yep, definitely. They can also just check out the live results as well. You'll be able to see how the road race pans out. I'm sure we'll bring the results on Sunday morning once it's finished.
Yeah, totally. And if you want to keep track of when things are happening where, and keep track of the results, jump onto nzssaa.org.nz. That's where you'll find all the results, all the timeline for the weekend, start lists, all the stuff that you need to know notes on how to progress through the rounds. Oh, a bit of traffic there. The pace just slowing up and a lot of traffic.
So I guess this is
getting a
where
bit argy-bargy at the front.
I was going to say, this is where some of the athletes will get caught in a little bit of trouble, isn't it? When things start to really slow down at the front and the ones at the back are moving in, hitting around those bends, everyone's starting to get a bit tired.
Yeah, definitely when it gets a bit surgy like that, you can see athletes just sort of changing positions, getting frustrated because they find themselves boxed in and they have to run round, and that's definitely where it gets a bit dangerous. So it's a really interesting race because we started off not massively fast, and then the pace really it kicked in at about 1k, and then just 200 meters ago the brakes went on. Now the foot is on the gas again. As you can see, it's single file as we go back down to the back straight, with Hannah Gapes leading out the pack. And just behind her, as she's been well poised all race long, is Neve Moulay. And Chloe Brown just coming up on the shoulder as well. So definite pack of three at the front. And then is that Neve just slipping off the back of that pack? Bella Brown just slipping off the back of that pack.
A bit of effort from the 5th and 6th place runners trying to get back in touch here. Jemima
But these surges definitely, if we think back to a lap ago, it was all bunched and everyone was stepping on each other. Now it's strung out with a pack of 5 running single file. So definitely these surges are just pulling apart this pack, as we've got a clear group of 5 runners.
2 laps to go.
So moving to the front now, Chloe Brown takes over the lead. In this warm sunshine, they'll have a little tailwind here that'll blow them round that bottom bend.
So I'm guessing this is where these athletes are really going to start to feel it. They've got about 700 metres to go.
Yeah, this is the hardest lap. This is definitely the hardest lap. Once you hear that bell, something clicks inside your nervous system that just gives you a good kick up the backside, and suddenly you feel better because it's only 400 to go. But staying focused in this lap really is the tricky one.
Yeah.
So Hannah Gapes just struggling to stay on the shoulder there of Penelope Salmon in second place. But Chloe Brown running a very good last couple of laps, stringing out this pack. I'm really impressed with this run from these 3 girls who have managed to pull apart a massive pack. Oh, what just happened there?
We still have Chloe Brown leading. Hannah Gapes comes back into second again. Behind her,
So here we go, a reminder, this is not a prelim, this is a straight final. So this is where we'll find out our medalists for the 2020 New Zealand Track and Field 3,000 metre senior girls champs, and it's these 3 girls who will most likely battle it out for the medals. And Chloe Brown just doing a fantastic job of just pulling away now. Look at that kick as she opens up her stride, gets those arms pumping, nice relaxed style. You can see she's hurting, but she's still staying really composed.
Pulling away from Penelope Salmon, but this is an impressive
Good control. So Hannah Gapes behind her is sitting comfortable in second place at the moment. But look at this super gutsy final lap. After applying the pressure with about 1K, 1.2 Ks to go, she's just opened up a massive last lap. Great kick. Look at those arms just pumping, driving the legs. Still keeping that good heel drive, good knee lift. Look at that. True sprinter's technique coming in as she comes towards the finish line. She's going to finish in a tick over 10 minutes, but the time doesn't matter because she's your national secondary schools champion. Hannah Gapes in third. Sorry, Bella Brown comes home with a really strong finish for third place. Just gutsy runs all around. Such a tactical race. This surges really made this race such a challenging one. You can see bodies going to the floor. There's some tired girls. But boy, what a run by Chloe Brown. Her teammate Isabella Richardson comes and congratulates her. And Portia Bing, you headed out for a little jog before this race, and you said it was pretty warm just going for a little jog. It must be pretty toasty on the track for these ladies.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said a little bit earlier before, it isn't the greatest condition. It's a little bit of an illusion. It looks amazing out there. I know we have been talking all afternoon, talking it up, just saying, it's so warm, weather's great. But in reality, when I got out there and ran, I'd say it's fair to say it is gusty, a little bit of crosswind, so it'll be real interesting to see with our 400 prelims coming up, how those athletes kind of tackle that top bend back straight. It's definitely, after talking to some of the guys who ran the 200 prelims a bit earlier as well, they said, their races showed that there was I think 0.8 tailwind.
Yeah, I think 0.8 up to 2 something.
Yeah, 2 something. So so quite a good tailwind on this home straight, but they said the reality was that there was such a big head crosswind that they were starting into that by the time they got to the tailwind, it was a bit...
More than cancels it out.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a bit interesting to see how those go. But definitely for these girls who've run 3,000 metres today, massive, massive effort. I mean, no runner likes running into a headwind once. And they've just done it lap after lap after lap, so good on them.
Yeah, you can see the hurt that these girls have gone through. And Penelope Salmon just being helped off the track by her fellow competitors. Great to see. It did look like she maybe just had a few little twinges on a couple of those bends, so I hope she's okay.
Definitely a hard kind of event just on the body. I feel like it's one of those events that you just start going, you try to get your pace, you start to get comfortable, but then someone definitely puts on the burn. They pick up the speed. Just as you feel like you're getting comfortable, someone's dragging you to that next level. And I think that race today kind of showed that with the girls. They all looked really comfortable at the beginning in their packs, and then someone would pick it up, and then you could see the burn go on, and slowly they'd drop off. So pretty interesting. From a sprinter's perspective, interesting kind of tactics go on.
Yeah. I mean, it almost seemed like run steady and then do a really fast 400, and then run steady for 800 meters, another really fast 400. Really tricky way to run a 3K, and mentally, it's very tough to stay in it. But yeah, what a fantastic race. We had another fantastic race with the junior final that we had earlier, the 3K as well. So it's just a taste of what's to come for the rest of the weekend, Portia. I'm super pumped. Strides.
Yeah, I think we talked about a little bit before that. One of the big things that if these athletes, if you want to get a PB, if you want to run really well and get a really good time, you actually have got to go quite hard from the get-go. The biggest illusion, I think, is that if you hold back, you can run home faster and it feels easier. But the reality is that you actually genuinely run out of track. So if you get to the finish line and you're still running, you'll run out of track. So there's not enough track. So you actually do want to get out and you want to accelerate straight into the pace that you want to do. You want to use, I guess, the first 50 meters to, get the momentum going.
Of this famous competition, it's the highlight for so many athletes every year. And certainly for those in year 12, year 13, it's the pinnacle of their secondary school career. You've worked, you found a love for the sport, and then you've worked your backside off to get the absolute most out of yourself. And this is the chance to put it all out there and lay your house.
They are experts in the distance stuff, and they'll be able to commentate these seniors, and we'll be back with the high jump after.
Yeah, so just waiting for a start list in this senior girls 2,000 metre steeplechase. We do have the winner of the 3,000 metres from Friday night, Chloe Brown from St Cuthbert's in the race here, and Hannah Gapes from John Paul College in Rotorua, who just an hour ago won the 1,500 metres for the senior girls. Got a field of about 12 athletes, Camille, as they come up to take the water jump for the first time.
Yes, I've got I've got the the heat or the start list.
We've got the start list here. Juniors.
It's a bit of a bunch as they go through here. It looks like Bella Brown, Chloe Brown.
Right, we have it here, folks. So we've got Hannah Gapes from John Paul College, Bella Brown from St Cuthbert's, Jemima Antianazi from St Peter's School, Hazel Cook from Green Bay High, Sarah Matthews from Wanganui Collegiate, Nikita Wayne from Taradale High School, Chloe Brown from St Cuthbert's College, the 3,000 metre senior girls champion, Lauren Williams from Dawson School for Girls, Madeline Pick from Harweda High School, Sadie Welsh, I think might be a scratching, Central Southland College, and Siobhan Ball from King's College.
I was going to say Hannah Gapes has just come back from winning the senior 1500 metres not very long ago, so I can imagine this will be an exciting race for her to be finished. She'll be excited to get to the finish line, I think.
So we've got the Brown sisters, Chloe and Bella, out front at the moment. And number 364 there, Camille, was that? And Siobhan Ball from King's College in Auckland in third, and Hannah Gapes just on her tail in fourth place.
The Brown girls out the back.
Yeah, so they're running neck and neck right now down the back straight.
It is Christmas time, I don't want to ruin it for you.
So this race is 5 laps, and the steeplechase, Camille, is a very tough event, isn't it?
Yes.
What sort of characteristics or qualities makes a great steeplechaser?
You've actually got to have a lot of strength. So I don't do the steeplechase myself, but I train with some girls over in Oz, and someone like Jen LaCars, she's, I guess, someone I train with a lot, and she's really, she's a really great steeplechaser. And yeah, a lot of it comes down to both strength, because you need to adapt both running efficiency and jumping hurdles, which obviously takes more out of you than just running an even on a flat track. So something, it takes sort of like it's not always someone who can run a 15 or run a 3K can transfer to run a 3K steeple.
Yeah, you find the cross-country runners seem to do well in the steeplechase as well, but you do need to be fast as well. So having 1,500 metre speed, 3,000 metre speed on the flat is a very useful weapon to have in this distance.
Yeah, so both, it's obviously important technique over the water jump, how you land, things like that always impact a lot on your times, because if you're, the way you land, how much you jump up over the hurdle, things like that, you want to eliminate basically additional energy spent, so you're trying to conserve, get over the hurdle smoothly, and keep into a good rhythm. Until you get so this is the 2,000 metre steeplechase here that they're running, and then when you get up to the senior ranks, they run the 3,000 metres. So
yeah, and we saw the Brown
really
sisters
taking off
there.
now.
Yeah, they were just accelerating out of that water jump too, so that was impressive to see.
So they're coming down to the bell lap now. So 450 metres to go, and it's neck and neck right now. And then we've got Hannah Gapes in third, followed by Jemima in fourth.
Bella and Chloe going to the jump as they go out together.
Yeah, interesting how they're running side by side as well, not one person in front, one person behind.
Tariazi into fourth position. King's College
So we've got Chloe, number 764. She's just been passed by her sister there. 763,
Oh, wow, look
Bella
at
Brown.
this.
Bella's gone to the front with 300 metres to go. Powering along there. Great form. She comes up to that back straight hurdle. So Bella in front now. Chloe still holding second. Hannah Gapes still holding third position. So Bella was third in the senior girls 3,000 metres on Friday night. So she's getting a turn here at the front and looking like she's going to take a national title here in the 2,000 metres senior
Oh my
girls
gosh, she
steeplechase.
just... Wow, look at her coming down. That's amazing speed at the end of the steeplechase. Oh,
So that was Bella Brown.
I think 7:02.
Chloe Brown coming home for the silver. And Hannah Gapes will take third place, the bronze medal.
So she's got a first, second and a third, I think, this weekend. Is that right?
Indeed. And Jemima Antianazi.
Oh, I think going to get fourth, maybe get pipped on the line. I don't know.
That was Siobhan Bale perhaps getting up for fourth there from King's College over Jemima Antianazi from St Peter's School.
Now, there was a lot of blue baton from yesterday. If you picked up a blue baton from the
And so we're just...
over there, realise it's not yours, could you please hand it into the TIC tent shed, please, at the back of the stand.
We see the form again of your winner there in the senior girls 2,000 metre steeplechase. Bella Brown from St Cuthbert's School in Auckland takes the gold.
Senior girls,
Fantastic
2,000
run.
metre steeplechase. Once again, a further reminder to make sure the athletes...
And that's what we like to see, the camaraderie from these athletes when the racing's done. Those friendships are built for the future.
There's two finals. The first of those is going to include Whanganui High School in lane 2, St Cuthbert's College in lane 3, Mount Aspiring College in lane 4, Rangiruru in lane 5, Villa Maria in lane 6, Craighead Dio in lane 7. So looking through the start list, and I can tell you there's a lot of runners who have run a lot of kilometres, a lot of metres this weekend.
A lot of rounds.
But it's been won by Avondale again this time in the performance in 3:42.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be some very tired bodies out there, but you'll be absolutely shocked at what these athletes will be able to pull out, especially in the situation of being in a team event. You seem to find a little bit more, having your teammates there relying on you, and there's a little bit of adrenaline going. The crowd is so close to the finish line down here, really gathering right against the fence. So it's one of those really exciting things. All your schoolmates are out there screaming for you.
So keep an eye on lane 3, St Cuthbert's College, because I'm pretty sure their entire team have medalled this weekend. Peyton Lee will hand off to Chloe Brown, who hands off to her sister Bella Brown, and Bella hands off to Isabel Allen. So that's a solid team of middle distance runners.
I was just thinking that.
And so they'll obviously run a lot of kilometres this weekend. But let's see how it unfolds. So outrunning is in lane 2 for Whanganui, Casey Glentworth. Lane 3 for St Cuth's, Peyton Lee. Lane 4, Estelle Gilartli of Mount Aspiring. Lane 5 of Rangiruru, Emily Jackson. Lane 6, Villa Maria, Charlotte Mercer. And lane 7 of Craighead Dio, Ava Young. Assuming they've started in the same order that we've been given. And so far it's difficult to call, but I want to say that Rangiruru, Emily Jackson, the 15-year-old, might just have the edge, or potentially just outside of her.
So keeping in mind there's a really big stagger here coming up as well, so we'll have to look to see where the first baton change occurs.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Lots of lead changes, but it looks like it is Rangiruru who are going to change over first, closely followed by Mount Aspiring, and then Villa Maria in third.
Yeah, so I see them come up around this first bend, and we'll be seeing them cutting in at that 800-metre mark. Hayden's got so excited, he's sitting on the top of his chair. He's jumped up on the top of his chair.
I'm going to get a better view of all this. So, very, very exciting. So, number 10-21, Kate Davies, running for Villa Maria. She's in the lead. Behind her, Kira Hall of Rangiruru. Georgie Bruce of Mount Aspiring is there as well. Chloe Brown of St. Cuss, Grace Wolford from Whanganui, and Niam Motley of Craighead Dio has the baton for them. So they're actually coming together reasonably, and look at that strain on the face of Kate Davies, who's had a big weekend.
Yeah, so Kate Davies really digging in deep. You can tell the fatigue is just really starting to hit in.
Kira Hall just coming up past her. Chloe Brown looking strong for St. Cuss. So they're your top three.
But here comes St. Cuss just into third place at the moment. Our middle distance runners, we know that they've had a really, really big weekend.
Yeah, so as you kind of expect, the middle distance runners get past early, and they'll be saving their legs for that final 200, but actually pulling past. So Bella Brown's just being pulled up, and I'll try and get a reading on. So Millie East of Mount Aspiring's run a fantastic first 200, but Bella Brown's responding. That last 200, the strength of the distance runner just coming through now. Olivia Herman getting past of Villa Maria. So look at this from St. Cuts. Bella Brown has had a huge weekend. She's medalled twice this weekend. I forget whether it was her or her sister in each of the events, but I know she had a very demanding 2,000 steeples earlier. Here she comes, Bella Brown leading things out. She'll pass on to Isabel Allen of St. Cuss. Away goes Isabel. Wow, it's so close. Sophie Gill gets the baton for Villa Maria.
And they're heading into the last 300. So it is a very, very close race. At this point, it's anyone's race because we have to remember that this is a 400 metres. So we're going to see the lactic just start to hit in for a lot of these athletes. They always tend to go out really hard in that first 100. That excitement hits in, and you get to that last 200, and that's where it's really going to play out for us.
Look at Isabel Allen pulling away. And reminder, it isn't about who finishes 1, 2, 3. This is about what time you run. Of course, the places matter relative, but with 2 finals, it's about what time you run. So if you're behind, you have the benefit of someone to chase to pull your team to a faster time. But here we go.
Strong here.
Isabel Allen, can she hold on? She's looking good. She's got that second win to pull her through, finish off her weekend, and second and third is going to be very tight here. Number 483, Abby Fisher ran a fantastic leg.
Flat on the ground, giving it absolutely everything.
Some turf, but so you should, because the goal is to be absolutely exhausted at the finish line at the end of this weekend.
That is the greatest moment of a relay as well. Just having all your mates there straight after after you finish. You're all fatigued, but you've run a great time. Awesome. So we're going to have to wait to see our second final as well to let you know how that pans out. We are running two timed finals here today instead of heats and finals.
So yeah, let's take down some time so we can compare those for the next heat. But yeah, fantastic for so many of these girls, because as we've said today, for a lot of these athletes, this is the last time they'll wear that singlet, that high school singlet that's been on their shoulders for the last 5 years. And it really is an emotional time. You know, a lot of these girls and guys will go out for dinner and will drive home, travel home, and that's the last time they'll hang out with their team. So special times.
Yeah, but one of the exciting things about athletics in particular, though, is that a lot of these guys, even though they're not at the same schools, are really, really great mates as well outside of school. So the cool thing for them is that hopefully these athletes will be back out training over the Christmas